36 hours at the Nest Forum in Hong Kong are over. What happens now depends on who you ask.
We thought it was important to bring the industry together in these discussions. So that was a simple reason to understand what is the role of Ericsson and ICT in a network society, and we dedicated that to education. So coming back to the commitments then, Harry Kroto asked for commitments from all of us. I can start with the commitment I feel that Ericsson is doing and what we will do. I think number one, we discussed it in the morning. One learning is that we don't have a good measurement and metrics to understand the impact of education, the positive economic impact of education when it comes to using ICT. Together with the Earth Institute and Jeffrey Sachs and other influencers, we will sit down and see if we can find an equally good measurement as we have on broadband connected to GDP growth for education. That we will do.
There's such a demand for this industry to provide a true backbone for a new generation and a new kind of education. I'm extremely excited, but clearly there's a big responsibility and opportunity for the industry. Everybody sees it. It's not going to happen by itself, simply by schools deciding that they need the IT base. It's going to happen because this industry is going to demonstrate what the technology makes possible. It's going to show working models. Governments are going to take it and say, we'll partner with you. Let's scale this up. This is a high priority.
First, of course, a general emphasis on the importance of increasing not only resources but also methods to deal with education in the world. But then, as you may know, there is 8 Millennium Development Goals, and one of them relates to education. And this present one is only related to primary education. If we were to write the goal for the future, and there will be need for such writing of a new direction for the education, I'm sure Jeff would agree with me that we would have to include secondary education, but not only that. I think we should also aim for having the modernization of the concept of education brought in as strongly as possible. How that will, in the end, be done is too early to say, but I think I got ideas during this meeting, and we will see to what degree we can bring in a new formulation of the MDGs that could be adapted to the 21st century.
We're all trying to figure out what next. We've spent our entire professional careers trying to put a hand phone in someone's hand. Well, guess what? We're getting there now. We're at 100% penetrations in countries, and we all think it's game over. Well, to me, it's not. Now we actually have the tool out there. What do we do with it? So I think that the fact that Ericsson is deciding or thinking about what do they do, how do they help operators with this challenge, what challenges there are in the future, whether that's banking or education or government, whatever, I think it's the right thing to do. Otherwise, you have to say,
we've got to get out there and advocate. The revolution in education will be enhanced by broadband. It will reach all over the world. And the IT sector can't afford to sit on its hands and think that it doesn't have to go and explain it to people. The vast majority of the world don't yet understand the way that education will be transformed in the new world.
Nobody. And that's an interesting point. I don't want people to come away from this meeting with just ideas. I want them to sign an IOU. I promise to do this. I promise to make some part of this jigsaw puzzle possible. For me, it's interesting to hear some kids are going to solve their problems without a teacher. I'm saying that teachers are not going to disappear soon. I think I want to help them to teach better. I want them to be able to see more clearly what children have. I want them to have access to the tricks of the trade that great teachers have invented all around the world, that die with them or leave with them when they retire. We can give those teachers immortality, right? So that's my part of the jigsaw puzzle. And one reason for coming here is to get some people to say, yes, Harry Kroto's got one of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that we need to have action on.